Alright, Shalom, Shalom. This is the GMS Lake Charles Camp, coming back with another video through the Spirit. Alright, we're coming to condemn the wicked and railing the elect. And before we do anything, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash.
Alright, the Thun, Mashanakabah, Lahazakoyim, Shah Yasharala, which give the honors to the elders of Israel, which are the elders in the Apostle Great Millstone. And Shalom, Wahab, Labakiyah, Shah Yasharala, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel.
Alright, today we're going to be in the book of 1 Peter. And the point is to basically, we're going to basically get very technical on knowing that all these men that were set forth were speaking to the nation of Israel, okay? Hope it's edifying through the Spirit. So we're going to start in 1 Peter 1:1, but we're going to dissect certain words in here, okay?
This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 1. It says, Peter, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Stop. Give me the word apostle.
It says a messenger, one sent forth with orders.
Okay.
It says, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, this person was a messenger of who? Yahweh Shai. Okay? Keep that in mind. A messenger from Yahweh Shai. Okay? Go ahead. Chapter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Ezra chapter 1 and verse 50. It says, nevertheless, the power of their father sent by his messenger to call them back, because he spared them and his tabernacle also. And we know that the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is what we meant.
Right.
Only those men who the Lord is going to send forth, to give it to his elect.
Okay. Continue on. So we know the apostle Peter, who was called what? What was his order? What was his order?
To the scattered.
Nah, what was his order? Like when he was calling them in, who did he call in? Number-wise. Who was called in first?
Oh, the Gentiles.
No. What disciples were called in first?
Peter.
The apostles.
Who?
Peter.
Well, why you ain't saying?
It's a lie.
Peter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Lie,
Peter,
lie.
very first one. And I'll just in order, just basically in order.
Okay, it's a lie.
Are you good? So he was the first one. So he was that rock and that foundation, right?
Yeah.
So he called this person in first. Okay? This messenger was the first messenger. Go ahead.
It says, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus.
Stop. Give me strangers. Okay?
Strangers says, one who comes from a foreign country into a city or a land to reside there by the side of the natives.
Now, we have an apostle that was built up from Yahweh Shai, okay, sent to strangers. What was those strangers? What's the second word after that, Yeshua? After strangers?
Scattered.
Scattered. Grab me a precept on being scattered. Who was scattered? Okay, you got one? Go ahead.
It's James 1:1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Somebody give me another one. Chop.
This is Leviticus 26 and 33. I'm going to read 32. And I will bring the land into desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste.
Scattered. Give me the one in Titus. It got one in Deuteronomy, in the curses, and it got one in Titus. Baba Shah. Y'all brothers going?
I got the one in John.
You want to John?
All right, this is John 7:35. It says, then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him?
Right.
Will he go unto dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?
Right. The dispersed, the scattered out. Okay? So, what you got, Leah?
Got the Deuteronomy.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28:64. And Yahweh Shem Shai shall scatter thee among all people,
Right.
from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Scattered. That one in Titus seals the deal on that. Okay, it says something to about the Gentiles being spread. The Lord spread us among them. Where?
It's Deuteronomy 4:27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you.
So we're getting all these scattered scriptures. Okay? So we have an apostle that was sent forth of Yahweh Shai, and his job was to basically gather together the strangers that were scattered abroad. Okay? They were strangers because they became alienated. Okay? Somebody grab that in Galatians. What is it? 4 and 4:16, 4 and 4, something like that. You looking for that in Titus?
That's what I was looking for.
It's like Galatians.
It's Ephesians 2.
Ephesians?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got one. They got something that ties to that in Galatians. You got it?
Ephesians 2:12, it says that at that time you were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise.
Bingo. Read it again.
Ephesians 2:12, it says that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, and having no hope and without the Most High in the world. But now in Hamashiach Yahushua, ye who sometimes were afar off, are made now by the blood of Hamashiach.
Alright.
Keep going.
That's it there. It wasn't Titus, it was Tobit, Salakia. Tobit 13 and 3. Go ahead, all right.
There's 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
Right. So being led, that means you were scattered. Okay, and I want to get that one more time. What you had, Shakab, 13 and 3. And I want to tie it right directly to the 1 Peter's 1 and 1. So this 1 Peter's 1 and 1. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, to the strangers scattered. Go ahead.
Ephesians 2:12, it says that at that time you were without Hamashiach.
So it was a certain time that these people were without Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, so they had no ties to him. So Peter's job was to basically tie these people back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
It says, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Now, to be aliens, to be alienated, you just got a definition. And I think it was strangers. What was the definition for strangers?
It's, basically someone who sojourned not in their native land.
Just somebody can grab it for him while he was reading. While he was reading, what's the name?
You said
It
strangers?
says one who comes from a foreign country into a city or a land to reside thereby beside of the natives.
Right.
Sojourning in a strange place, foreigner.
A foreigner. Because when the northern and the southern tribes split, the northern tribe became Gentiles or strangers. They were taken away to the Assyrian captivity. That made them strangers, and they were alienated from the land, and not just the land, their heritage, culture, and everything. So by them being sent off, they became no longer a part of what they naturally were made for. That's why it's saying what it's saying. Go ahead.
It said Commonwealth of Israel.
What they're known for, used to normally doing. It's not common to them anymore. They became aliens to it. Okay? Why do they call Issachar illegal aliens? They know this land belonged to them, but they're not here legally now. Okay, go ahead, Art.
It says, "And strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without the Most High in the world."
Now go back to the verse.
What?
Ephesians?
Yeah, that was
That's
it.
what, go ahead, read it again.
I'm gonna start at the top. That at that time you were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise.
The covenants of promise. Somebody give me Romans 9. Let's see what these covenants were and who they were promised to. Romans 9 and what is it, 3?
3. This is Romans 9 and 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed for Mashiach, for my brethren,
For my brethren,
my kinsmen,
my kinsmen,
according to the flesh,
that are made the same way I am in the flesh. Go ahead.
who are Israelites,
Israel.
to whom pertain
Hold on. Israel. Go back to Ephesians, where it says Commonwealth.
It says, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Now, why can we tie Romans when he said the promise according to the flesh to Israel, and these men that were alienated from Israel, how can we tie them together? That's what these apostles were sent forth to do, bro. They're tying it back together. Okay? That's why you have confusion when it comes to Cornelius. People don't understand that this thing had to be tied back together before any of these things took place. It had to be this way. And that's the job of an apostle, a disciple, so on and so forth. That's what the good news is. When the apostles, when they got everything that they got from Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and they start putting videos out, it's the same thing. We realize, damn, we were once alienated, eating pork and doing all that shit, following the ways of America. But what had to happen? They got the message from Yahweh Shem Yahshai and tied it right back in. So now we know exactly what's going on. Go ahead. Oh, what's that? Go ahead.
This Ephesians chapter 4, verse 18. It says, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh Shem Yahshai through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their mind. So this is why we was basically scattered, you know. And it said having our understanding darkened, you know. So when we lost the that's basically what the commonwealth was. It says who being past feeling have given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness.
Right.
But ye have not so learned Hamashiach. And this is why. It says, if so be that ye have heard of him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Hamashiach, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And this is basically why the apostles were sent forth.
Right.
You know, because they had the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and it was set up to be spread throughout the four winds.
Right. Beautiful. Now the promises in Romans 9. Okay, it was to Israel, and the brother just read in Ephesians 12 that some people had lost their way from their nationality or heritage, which were Israelites. You were traveling and moving forward in life without Yahweh Shem Yahshai, therefore you became a Gentile or a heathen. Go ahead.
Romans 9.
Yeah, go ahead.
It say, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption,
The adoption, to be adopted back.
and the glory,
The glory.
And the covenants,
all the promises, the covenants, everything. The Lord made an oath with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, 12 tribes, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
and the giving of the law,
The law was only given to Israel.
and the service of the Most High,
Uh-huh.
and the promises,
Right.
whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh of Mashiach, came.
So he came so you could basically get your inheritance back. But notice it says, read it in the flesh of Mashiach came.
They say, whose are the fathers, in whom, as concerning the flesh of Mashiach, came.
Now, when we go back to 1 Peter 1:1, it said Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So an apostle learned from the teacher, which was Yahweh Shah. So if it just told you Yahweh Shah came, so these men who Paul was calling his brethren and his kinfolks, and he died for them, what would Peter's message be? To all you men that don't know you Israelites, guess what? I'm here to bring forth a message from Yahweh Shai to give to you. You once was lost, being alienated from your commonwealth, but guess what? That's over with. He died. So now that wall of partition, guess what? It's put back together. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Luke 1. This is Luke 1, and I'm going to start at verse 1. For as much as many has taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration. All right, declaration basically means to declare of those things which are most surely believed among us.
Right.
All right, so our ways, all right, and who we really are. All right, basically passing it down. It say, even as they delivered them unto us, which it was given, it say, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word. All right, so in the beginning, when they received it, they were what? Known as eyewitnesses and ministers. It say, and it seemed good to me also, all right, having had perfect understanding. So when he received it, it was perfect. All right, it say, of all things from the very first, which is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
All right, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus. All right, so he basically let it be known that what? He received it and got it from, like bro saying, Yahweh Shai when he came. All right, and he passed it down.
And that's like they say, straight from the horse's mouth. That's directly. Yahweh Shai gave orders personally to Peter and the disciples and the apostles. He personally gave them to them. So when that message hit, and not just regular men you're talking to, but now these men have that spirit on them. So when they deliver the message, it's going to be 100% correct. Okay? 100% correct. Okay? But this is showing it's just to Israel because they were scattered. Go ahead. Quick. Uh-huh.
There's Baruch chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. You know, and that's why the apostle was sent for, because to illuminate us, because it said when we lost the common wealth of Israel, we was darkened. So now we're subject to walking in that light. You go into the word illuminated.
Right.
Yeah, it says light up, brighten. And Matthew 5:14 tells us what? That we are the light of the world.
Right.
So once we get it, we're subject to what? Spreading that light that to everyone that's in the house.
Right. And the house is Israel.
Israel.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This 1 Thessalonians 4:1. Furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exalt you by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that as ye have received of us how ye ought to walk and please the Most High, so ye know abound more and more. So what, like bro was saying, you have to walk in this way. All right, you know what you're supposed to be doing and basically passing it down. It say, for ye know what commandments we gave you by Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So it was given from.
Right. Okay. Go ahead, are you sure?
I'll start over. This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 1. Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia.
Oh, Salaki. Yeah, we had to get Tobit. Forgot about that.
This is Tobit 13 and verse 3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them. There declare his greatness and extol him before all the living. For he is our Lord, and he is our power, our Father forever.
Now, we were scattered among the Gentiles. So we're confessing him before them. Now you can take that Gentile either way you want to take it. If it's Esau, we're bringing down strongholds, telling them all these things you're saying are lies. If it's Gentiles, as in Israelites, hey, you're really not no Gentile. You lost your way, just like our whole nation lost their way. So now, being a person to bring forth wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which we received, we have to tell you now, we were scattered among all these nations of people. Okay? Well, watch how heavy it gets. Go ahead.
Okay, read.
Nah.
Fine. You said
Hold on. Go ahead.
There's Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
Bithynia. First word in verse 2.
Elect.
Elect. Somebody, Chicago, grab me elect.
It says picked out, chosen,
Picked out, chosen.
chosen by the Most High.
Chosen by the Most High. Now, if you're chosen by the Most High and you're picked out among scattered, okay? Keep in mind, we were scattered. And the Most High did what?